Artificial intelligence. We all know that nowadays the most common thing that every student wants to learn, or one domain in which all the professionals are going to shift or are wishing to shift, is artificial intelligence and machine learning. We all know that they are so much important nowadays. So the very first question is, why they are that much important? Because you must be knowing that in wherever you see in all the fields, I can say that almost in all over the world, our world is moving towards automation, right? And the most important thing that is allowing us to move into automation is artificial intelligence. So in this video, in this, with the help of this presentation, I am going to present you an overall idea that what is artificial intelligence, what it actually means, how it works, and what are the different types of, like, different components, what are the different, you can say that how AI works in different cases, which are the different types, or we can say that evolution of AI. I will be discussing all those things with you, so that my main motive is, there are many students who are wishing to work with AI in future, or there are many professionals, let's say they are working in some another technology, but they are wishing to shift into the domain of AI. They want to learn AI, they want to work in AI, right? Because we all know that AI is something that is having great future. So in this video, or in this tutorial, I am going to give you an overview of what actually artificial intelligence is, so that whoever is wishing to shift into AI, they can get a clear idea, or for especially the students who don't have any idea regarding AI at all, they can have the idea and they can take the first step that, okay, this is what AI is, and if I want to learn AI, or if I want to work into I need to learn these things, or I have to have information regarding these things. Fine. So let's start today's video and let's see what artificial intelligence is all about. Now the very first question that comes in our mind is, what is AI? So as you can see in the screen, AI is nothing but artificial intelligence, and in one word or one sentence you can say that AI is the future of everything. Yes, you heard it right, or you have read it right, because AI is, we can say that, the future of everything, because every single thing around us is getting automated day by day. If I give you if I start giving you a very small example, then let's not go very far. You can see around yourself only, in your home, in your offices, everything is getting automated. See, initially, if I talk about offices, initially, um, we were having separate type of peons, like they were making tea for us, making giving tea or coffee to the employees, right? But nowadays, if you go to the software companies, with the big companies, big software companies, they all are having automated coffee machine. They all are having vendor machines, from where the employees can go and take the teas and coffee themselves. Fine. So this is what automation is all about. The thing that initially was done or was completed by any human being, nowadays those things are done by machine. If you take the example of our home, let's say we are having washing machine, right? So that is used to wash clothes. So initially there was nothing like washing machine. All our, like, moms or whoever are there in our home, we used to wash our clothes by ourselves, by our hands, right? But nowadays everything is automated. Like, initially we were having washing machine that was only capable of washing the clothes, but nowadays we are having, I can say, advanced washing machine, that can wash the clothes, and even they can dry the clothes for us. So what I mean to say is that initially all these works were done by us, by the human beings, but as the evolution is going on, day by day we are having more advanced machines. Like, initially we are having machine just to wash the clothes, then we are having machine that is even drying the clothes. Let's say we can have a machine that can wash the clothes, dry the clothes, and then iron it itself. Like, it is completely possible. So what is happening, that every day, every passing day, we are having some new evolution, some new invention, and all these invention, like automating everything, making the machines capable of working like a human being. This is nothing but artificial intelligence. So in very simple words, you can say that artificial intelligence is nothing but, it is a platform, or it is a domain that works in the direction of making the machines intelligent. What our aim is, as the word itself indicates, artificial intelligence. That means what? We want to make the artificial things intelligent. What are the artificial things? Like anything, the chair in your home, the chair, the table, or let's say any vehicle like car, truck, etc. These are the artificial things. That, what do we mean by artificial things? That they are not living things, they are artificial, and they don't have their own brains, they don't have their own thinking capacity. So such artificial things, they are not having their be intelligent. We want to put intelligence into those machines, into those things. You must have heard about self-driving car. So what is self-driving car? You can say that self-driving car is one of the biggest applications of AI. What happens in self-driving car? That again, car we know that car is a vehicle. It is an artificial thing. It is not having its own intelligence. But what we are doing is we are programming the artificial thing. That is, we are programming the car in such a way that it can drive by itself. It doesn't need any other human being to drive it. It can drive by itself. That is known as self-driving car. So in this case, the self-driving car is an application of AI, and this is how AI is coming in the market, and this is how AI is important. Fine, I hope you have got an overview idea that what is AI, how in different domains AI is used. I have tried to make you understand with the help of some common examples around you. Now let's see in detail that what is AI. So as I've shown here, that you can say that AI is the future of everything. Some of the most common applications of AI, or the things in where AI is useful, is healthcare for assisting doctors, education for automatic grading system, autonomous vehicles for advanced features like I have told you about self-driving car, business for smoothing all over process, travel industry for predicting pricing pattern, social media for serving personalized experience. So these are nothing but some of the big domains where AI is used like anything. In healthcare also, see the very first point, this healthcare is very important because nowadays in healthcare we are having the use of AI is increasing day by day. Like we are having many applications also where you just need to for example, there are two types of application. One application is there in which you just have to tell your symptoms that I am having mild headache, I am having mild fever, and based on your symptoms, it will suggest you the medicines. That if these are your symptoms, or if you are having your fever up to 100 or more than 100, then up to 100 is there, that means you are having mild fever, you can take these medicines. Or if you are having high fever, that is more than 100, you can take these medicines. So we are having such applications also. Or nowadays such applications are also there where for example you are having some disease where your eyes are getting red, so you can just take your photograph, you can scan your photograph, the photograph of your eyes or something, it can detect automatically, it will try to diagnose it, and then it will directly say you that okay, you are having this much, this is your problem, this is your health issue, and these are the medicines that you need to take. So in healthcare also nowadays AI is used day by day. So in short, there are, as you can see, there are many important domains where AI is being used nowadays. So getting into the field of AI or learning AI is one of the best things that you can do nowadays. Then see, this diagram that I have put in this PPT is really very important to understand. If you want to understand that what is AI or how it actually works, this small diagram can help you to understand the whole concept. So see, what is there? You can see that with the help of red ink, we are having two things. These two things, you can say that these two things are our subject. So one subject is the agent or code or program, and the another subject is environment. So let me explain what are these. First of all, let me tell you that I have told you that in artificial intelligence, what I want to make the artificial things intelligent. Fine. So in that case, for example, as I've given you the example of self-driving car, so in that case, the vehicle, the car is my agent. So whatever the object is in which I want to put intelligence, that object or that artificial object basically is known as agent. So in that case, my agent will be that car, that vehicle. Fine. If we talk about us, human beings, we can say that we, the human beings, are also agents, because see, we are also reacting the same way. The only difference is in the objects like car, they are not having their own thinking capacity, but we human beings are having our own thinking capacity. But however, we are also one type of agent because we are also working like that only. Fine. So you can consider that you yourself are agent, but we can say that we are not artificial agent, we are natural agent. Fine. So we are also agent in case of self-driving car. So any such car or any such vehicles, all those artificial things are also agent. If we talk about any program, see, any program, if I want any program to do something, any small program, let's say if you are making any program means by program here I mean code. If you are making any code that can detect any number, that is taking input as any number, you are entering any number, and ultimately it will do the calculation and it will let you know that whether the number that you have entered is prime or not. So what happens that in that program we are giving input as something, it is doing some calculation, and ultimately it is giving you output. So we can say that that code is also one agent. So we we human beings are natural agent, car, any vehicle, they are artificial agent, any code, that is also agent. So in this first subject, agent is can be anything. So agent, code, program, these all comes under the same category. This is one subject, and the another subject is environment. So what is environment? You can say that the atmosphere in which our agent works, it is nothing but environment. For example, if I talk about self-driving car, so this for the self-driving car, what can be the environment? The road in which it is driving, or the around traffic conditions, or the traffic lights, all those things you can say that they can be the environment for the self-driving car. Fine. So see, this is a flow diagram that how the AI works. So first of all, I explained you what is agent and what is environment. Now, how the flow goes, that our agent is there. What our agent will do, it will sense or perceive something from the environment. Fine. It will sense something from the environment with the help of what? With the help of these sensors. Fine. With the help of sensors, the agent can sense something or perceive something from the environment, and whatever it will sense or whatever it will perceive, based on that, it can take the respective actions. Got it? So this is the whole flow diagram on the basis of which any AI or any agent is actually working. That we are sensing something or perceiving something from our around environment, from our nearby atmosphere. We are sensing something, and whatever we have sensed from the environment, we will think something, we will take the respective decision, and based on that decision, we will react somehow, and whatever our reaction will be, that reaction will also go in the environment. Fine. So let me give you some example. I have already told you what are agents. So based on that only you can understand that. Let's say we are talking about self-driving cars. Now what happens in self-driving car? So let's say any self-driving car is being driven in the road. Fine. So road becomes the environment. Now it is driving itself. The car is driving itself. So what happens now? Let's say suddenly some old man or old woman is crossing the road, and they have come very near to that car. So what happens that the car is detecting that, it is sensing that. How to detect? In AI there is already that self-driving car is already programmed. So let's say we have programmed it in such a way that whenever any other vehicle or any human being comes comes in the distance span of less than 100 meter, you need to apply the brake. So what happens that any old woman or old man is very near to the car, and like the car is sensing that. So what happens that the agent has sensed something with the help of the sensor that is already fit in the car. Now what is the action that it will take? It will suddenly apply the brake. So this is how it will suddenly apply the brake. And in the road, what will happen? That in the road, initially the car was being driven, but as soon as it is applying the brake, the car is stopped in the road. So it has applied the brake. It is known as action, and it has applied the brake with the help of brake, that brake machine that we are having in the car. So that is known as the actuators or effectors. And ultimately, what happened? That the car stopped there itself in the road. So this action is taken into the environment only. Got it? So whatever the agent will be, the agent will be sensing something or perceiving something from the environment, and whatever it is sensing, based on that, it will perform some action that will again go into the environment only. Fine. So this is the whole. See, here the aim is you should understand this flow, and you should remember these small words, because these words are very important. That perceiving something or sensing something from the environment, this is done with the help of sensors, and then after sensing, the agent will do some action, and the like you can say that the part or whatever, with the help of whatever organ it is doing the actions, they are actually known as actuators or effectors. So sensors, actuators, effectors, these are the words that you should be knowing. Now let's see next. For example, try to relate it with the vacuum world. We know that we are having vacuum cleaner. So what is the task of vacuum cleaner? To clean something, to clean the dirt around. Fine. So in that case, again vacuum cleaner is also a machine. So in that case, what will vacuum cleaner perceive? It will perceive the location and the contents. Like it will sense that what are the locations and whether there is any content with dirt, like whether there is any dirt present in the locations or not. Now after perceiving the dirt in any location, what is the action it will do? It will either move left or move right, or if there the percept sequence, a rational agent should select an action that is expected to maximize its performance measure based on the evidence provided by the percept sequence and whatever built-in knowledge the agent has. So what is rational agent? Rational agent means that agent should perform all the actions rationally, like that agent should be having the idea. For example, for any action, it is having the possibility of 2-3 reactions, like it can react in this way also, in that way also. So in that case, the agent should be capable enough that it should think that um, what will be my performance measure, like if I react in this way and if I react in that way, what are the possible outcomes. Fine. So it should always take the better solution. Better solution and better decision means in which the time taken will be less, in which the accuracy is more, right? So in that way, your agent must be rational agent. That means they should have the decision taking capacity. They should have that sense that whatever the action they are taking, it will be taken in very less time, it will be giving very good accuracy. So overall the performance measurement should be very good of your agent. Fine. So that is what we mean by rational agent. Now, yes, that I explained that performance measure can be in terms of cost, in terms of reward, in terms of utility. There can be different measures to measure it, but performance measure can be anything that in short can improve the performance of the agent. Fine. Performance measure, this is the example of performance measure regarding vacuum cleaner that we have seen in the example. So performance measurement or measure of a vacuum cleaner agent could be, okay, so as I explained, in terms of vacuum cleaner, what may be the factors based on which the performance measurement can be done? It can be the amount of dirt that is cleaned, it can be the amount of time taken to clean that dirt, it can be amount of electricity consumed, it can be amount of noise generated. Got it? That means the amount of electricity consumed must be less, the amount of noise generated must be less, the amount of time taken must also be less, the amount of dirt cleaned up should be more, that almost all the dirt should be cleaned up, right? So these are different measures, that these measures will be different for different kinds of agent, but this is how some factors will be there, and based on the performance of those factors, the overall performance of the agent can be measured. Fine. So this is how you can measure your agent's performance. Agents can perform actions in order to modify future percepts so as to obtain useful information, like information gathering, exploration, etc. An agent is autonomous if its behavior is determined by its own percepts and experiences, with ability to learn and adapt without depending solely on built-in knowledge. So whatever, when you can say that your agent is rational agent, that whatever information or whatever knowledge you are already putting it in your agent, like by default we are giving some information to your agent, but along with that information, as a norm, the agent is working on something, then with the experience, with the ongoing experience, it should keep on learning. If your agent is capable of learning by itself, learning by the experiences, you can say that your agent is rational agent. Now these are the 5 basic types of AI agents that you should be knowing about. So I have already given you the overview of AI, but apart from that, I think these 5 or 6 types of AI is actually very important to know, to just have the basic knowledge. You just have to know that what these are all about. So see, let's see the very first type, that is table-driven agent. So as the name itself indicates, what happens in table-driven agent, that whatever decision your agent will be taking, it will be based on a table. That means we are in this, what we will be doing, that we will be giving some inbuilt knowledge to your agent in the form of table. Those informations are fed into the table. Now whenever any situation occurs in front of the agent, that agent will be looking up into the table, and then whatever decision is taken, it will be taken solely based on the table only. So see, as and all we are going, we will be seeing the types of the agents. Like first of all, we are seeing table-driven agent. So you can say that it is very weak type of agent that is not practically used. And then next we will be seeing it will be stronger than this. Then again the next will be more strong. The next will be quite stronger. Like this, in that sequence we will be seeing. So, fine. I am telling you that because as we will move forward, you will get a better idea. So see, what happens in table-driven agent, as I have shown you, that there is environment. From the environment, with the help of the sensors, our agent is going to sense something. Fine. That what the world is like now, like whatever is happening around us, the agent will be sensing that thing with the help of the sensors. Then what it will do, now after sensing something, it is the time to take the action. Now how the agent will be taking action in case of table driven agent, it will do table lookup for entire history. So it will be looking in the table, and based on the table content only, it will take the action with the help of the actuators. So it is kind of, it will work like very statically. So we can say that this is not used practically much. So this table driven agent is basically, you can say that it is impractical. Fine. Now let's see next. It is simple reflex agent. So as I told you, it is stronger than table driven agent, or it is better to use than table driven agent. So let's see what happens in simple reflex agent. They are the simplest agents. These agents take decisions on the basis of the current percepts and ignore the rest of the percept history. So as the name itself indicates, simple reflex agents. So how they will take the decision? They will take the decision based on the reflexes. That what they feel right now is correct, they will do that. These agents only succeed in the fully observable environment. That means whatever is going on in the environment right now, based on that they will take some decision as per the present conditions. It will not take into consideration the entire history. Fine. So the problem related to this simple reflex agents are, they have very limited intelligence, they do not have knowledge of non-perceptual parts of the current state, and not adaptive to changes in the environment. That means these it will just act based on the current situation of the environment. So it is not that correct. It should be thinking about past and future, but it is not doing so. So simple reflex agents are having these disadvantages. Fine. So now let's see the next types of agents that can overcome these disadvantages. So this is just a diagram of whatever we have discussed. Then we are having model-based reflex agents. So as I told, it is again better than simple reflex agent. How? So the model-based agents can work in a partially observable environment and track the situation. Fine. A model-based agent has two important factors. That is model. It is knowledge about what is model. In this model-based reflex agents, what is model? Model is nothing but the knowledge about how things happen in the world. So it is called a model-based agent. It is actually how the things is happening in the world. Fine. And internal state. One important factor is model, and the second important factor is internal state. What happens in internal state? It is a representation of the current state based on the percept history. So what we have seen in the simple reflex agents, that it was taking the decision just based on the current environment, and it will not take into consideration the previous history. But if we talk about model-based reflex agents, they will take the actions based on the current state as well as based on the past situations or past history. So this is how this makes it better than the simple reflex agent. These agents have the model, which is knowledge of the world, and based on the model they perform actions. So updating the agent state requires information about how the world revolves and how the agent's action affects the world. So in this model-based reflex agents, all these things are taken into consideration. That is why it is better. Now then comes goal-based agents. See what happened in this model-based agents. Basically, it was considering the current state and the previous state or the historical state. But if we talk about goal-based reflex agents, it is taking into consideration that what is your actual future goal. So this is again much better than all the previous agents. How? What happens in goal-based reflex agents? The knowledge of the current state environment is not always sufficient to decide for the agent to what to do. The agent needs to know its goal, which describes desirable situations. Goal-based agents expand the capabilities of the model-based agent by having the goal information. So it is having all the things that was present in the model-based agents, but the difference is it is having the information of the goal also. So whenever the agent is taking any decision, it will always think that what is the purpose of its task or what is its actual goal, and based on that goal only it will take the decision in such a way that its every task will take itself nearer to its goal state. Fine. So actually it is very important, and that's why it is very efficient also. So goal-based reflex agents is better than it is better than all the agents that we have discussed previously. Fine. But yes, there is one more agent that is better than this agent, that is utility-based reflex agent and learning agent. So what happens in utility-based reflex agents? These agents are similar to the goal-based agent, but it provides an extra component of utility measurement which makes them different by providing a measure of success at a given state. So whatever was there in the goal-based reflex agents, all those things are already present in utility-based reflex agents. But apart from that, one important factor of these agents are that whatever action they will be taking, after every step they will consider that if I should choose so that my performance measurement will be better than the rest. Fine. So this is one additional ability of this, that it is taking consideration into the extra component, that is utility measurement and performance measurement. So we can say that these type of agents are even better. Now we will be seeing now the last agent that is better than all these agents, and it is learning agents. A learning agent in AI is the type of agent which can learn from its past experiences, or it has learning abilities. It starts to act with basic knowledge and then able to act and adapt automatically through learning. Hence, learning agents are able to learn, analyze the performance, and look for new ways to improve the performance. So, in simple words, I can say that this is how we human beings are doing. We are doing something. First of all, let's say I don't know how to make videos. For example, this is my first YouTube video that I'm publishing. So what will happen? Obviously, if this is my first video, I can do many mistakes. Like I don't know how to act, how to speak, how to look into the camera. Fine, I may look a little nervous, but what will happen that once I have published my first video, I will start knowing some of my weaknesses. I will start working on them. Then what will happen? That in the next video, obviously, the next video will be better than my first video. Some of the mistakes may be eradicated in my second video. Then again I will watch my second video and I will start looking for the problems, that okay, still my voice is little blurry, still I am not looking more confident, so in the next video I should look more confident. So what will happen, that with every task I will start analyzing my weaknesses, I will work on them, and then I will make, or I will keep making myself better with each and every task that I will take in that direction. So the same thing happens with this learning agent, that initially we are feeding some information into that. Based on that information, it is starting its way, but along with experiencing new things, it is continuously learning by itself, and with the new things that it have learned, it is implementing them and it is making itself better, or it is continuously improving itself. So we can say that these learning agents are best among all the agents that we have discussed right now. So that's all about today. I have given you all the overview of AI. I have shown you different types of AI, how one of them is different from other or is better than others. So I guess now you are having at least the clarity in your mind that what is AI. If you want to start with AI, you should be having these basic knowledges, and then there are various different technologies, like Python is one of the important technology that is used nowadays. With the help of Python, AI and ML codes are done. So you can explore more and more, but these are the basic knowledges or important points that I wanted to share with you. I hope the video was helpful to you, and in case you have any doubt, you can always ask in the